It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way
I'm here
up.
with my guy, Maino.
Yeah.
And let's get into some of this Yee tea. So previously, Gabrielle Union talked about splitting bills 50-50 with her husband, Dwyane Wade. And previously, this is what she had said.
It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, there's always this like gorilla on your back that is like, you better work.
All right, now this was in 2023 with USA Today. Well, Gabrielle Union has now opened up and talked about emotional vulnerability and having a different response to that 50-50 conversation. Here's what she said.
Famously said 50-50 or bust, right? And I meant that financially, spiritually, emotionally. And there's just a lot of days that I have 10% and I need him to be 90. It's a trauma response. And 50-50 is I'm not going to be vulnerable enough to trust you with 100% of anything.
And so I kind of understand what she's saying, because I think the reason, if you're a woman that like does your own thing, independent, makes your own money, it is something to feel like you can allow somebody to take care of you. So you always feel like I got to bring myself to table. I got this. I'm independent, blah, blah, blah. Right? And we are. But to allow somebody to take care of you when you don't necessarily need them to is a real thing.
Right. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with doing whatever your part is.
Right. There's nothing wrong with it.
It don't have to be 50-50. It could be 70-30. It could be whatever it is. Like, there's nothing wrong with bringing something to the table as far as helping the end goal. And
she also was clear, because a lot of people were in the comments tearing her up when she made those original comments. And she said, now it sounds crazy to be like Mr. NBA, who made a bazillion more amount of money than I do. Can you pay the mortgage? Because I hate the feeling of releasing that to someone, because chaos can happen. But it's brought us closer because he knows it's not whether or not he can afford it. It's just being emotionally vulnerable.
Right.
You know, there's something about being taught you got to do for yourself, take care of yourself, bring your own to the table. People always act like women are, you know, quote unquote leeches in relationships. And so you want to feel like, no, I got this. I got my own. I don't need you for this. But it is okay to be vulnerable enough to need somebody when you know they really care about you. If that makes sense. All right. Bad Baby. I can't believe this feud has gotten to the point that it's gotten to. First off, her on and off boyfriend, Levon, we told you he got shot in L.A. at a strip club on Wednesday morning in the left pinky finger. Well, he has since been released. He's fine. He was discharged from the hospital on Wednesday. Another person was shot as well, non-life threatening. But, you know, people are concerned about her safety. And one of those people is Bad Baby's father, who said that he thinks that they should lay low for a while to ensure for their safety as they're investigating this whole thing. But Alabama Barker is still going back and forth with Bad Baby over her, you know, Levon, the guy that Bad Baby has a kid with. And now she has teased a new diss track, and here's part of that.
18 years later, you gon' see Lil Cali. He was for a bag, now you hear Lil Cali.
Wow.
So what is the beef? Like, he knocked the other girl off?
I mean, that's what the claim is. That's how it all started, that, you know. But it's just not going to end well. The mothers are now involved.
Right, and this is like little rich girls.
I mean, this is crazy. You know, I don't know. It actually is not very nice. So I don't even want to say too much about the things that they said on social media. But, you know, they're adding Travis Barker, who's her father. Shayna Moakler is getting involved. Bad Baby's mom is involved. It's just too many different things happening. So that is your Yee tea. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but you need to know about them. Speaking of flying, here's a song that was my favorite song when it came out. It's Jeremiah and J. Cole with Planes. It's Way Up.